Hey YouTube, Sharpn'd is back again. This is going to be the disassembly and maintenance of the Elijah Isham 720A Zeta. Usual suspects is a T8 Torx bit, some Tough Glide, some hops number 9, some rubbing alcohol, and a few pieces of cloth. So let's get right into it. So this knife you can actually take down. The pivot and everything is located on the work side, I guess, not the show side. So I don't have to take the lock bar insert out, and I won't have to take the back spacer out. So we'll just start here. And here. It's out. It's just hanging around. And then the last two is the pocket clip. And it's actually screwed into the back spacer too. Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like here. So we have a track, and it looks like a brass case for the bearings. Let me take the whole knife out. And remember, we're going to put it back in the way we took it out. So let me show you. So this, I guess, smoother side is facing the blade, and this side is facing the handle. So that's how we'll put it back in. Actually, if you look at most of the pieces, it's not all that gunked up in there. That's probably why it's so smooth, right? So let's see, get that, press that out. That's the standard pivot collar, or the stationary part of the pivot. That's the part with the Wii logo on it. Okay. And here's our other bearings. Alright, so we'll start with the blade this time. Right here in the detent track. Okay. A little gunky. Take this bearing and just like I do the washers, just roll it in my fingers, not putting any pressure on it. And the next one. And in the comments, I want you guys to let me know if you do enjoy this type of stuff. Alright, so this one is good and cleaned off now too. Alright, I'll clean off the detent ball. And inside this bearing track, basically. Yeah, so it wasn't bad in here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to improve on the action. Definitely don't want to make it worse. But I like taking things apart, so there's that. And maybe you watch this video, I take it apart to make it easier for you, or for you to decide whether you want to do that or not on your own. next thing here. It did have a little bit of Loctite on it when I was taking it apart, but it wasn't so terrible. So I'll let this dry for a little bit, and then I'll apply the oil. Alright, so I'm just going to start putting it back together. Get you in here. Right. And I'll put some oil in here. Okay. Now I'll dab it a little more. Knife in, and I'll put a little oil down there. Actually, I'll take it apart and put the oil on the pivot collar first, just a little bit. Bear with me, I'm still learning how to work around this tripod. Alright, so yeah, what I'll do is put a little bit here. Alright. And I'm not putting any more oil on it right now. If I zoom in, let me show you. So basically all I want to do is I'm going to use this to just roll the bearings around in the oil I put on the blade. Okay. Now those definitely can't hurt, right? Put a little bit on the lock bar track. Put a little on the detent ball itself. Oh, that's hardly a little, but yeah, we'll be alright. Okay. And now I'll try to put it back in. And I'm going to get all of these screws started and then make adjustments before I tighten them. There we go. Now remember, I'm just getting them started. I'm not tightening down. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so the pivot is still basically wide open here. So tighten it down a little bit. So you can see it's off center here. Tighten it a little more. Get around this tripod. Let's see. See, as I tighten it, it centers. Oh, that's really tight. Let me see. Action is still really smooth. Let's see if I can tighten it a little more. Yeah, that's about it. So it's all the way tightened down. Now I just tighten the handles back down. The one thing I wanted to check and see if I had any gaps in the handles, which that's a no, which is also good. Appreciate that. It means it was put together good, and somebody can actually take it apart and put it back together as it was. All right, let me move this and let's check this action. Oh yeah, yeah. Still falls under its own weight. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I do enjoy taking things apart, so I was glad to do this. But the action did not improve. I mean, maybe that's just due to the tight tolerances that they have. It's just as smooth as it was when I took it apart. Um, Blade is still just as centered. So, yeah. Alright guys, well that's it. I wouldn't call this a quick video, but it was a tutorial on how to disassemble and maintain your Knives 720A Zeta. I like to keep this type of content going, so you guys let me know if you do enjoy it. Also check me out on Instagram at Sharpn'd and give me a follow. I do try to post pictures daily there, and I'll see you guys on the next video.